Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I hope this video finds you well. And today I want to take a moment of your time to talk to you about a brand that I recently discovered thanks to Nicole. So thank you so much for this opportunity. The brand is called PHLUR. Now, it reminds me a lot of the French word for flower, which is fleur, F-L-E-U-R, except this one is a bit more Americanized. And this is a digital-only brand. So you go online and they show you pictures that they would associate with the fragrance because the brand feels like those do such a powerful job of communicating what the scent is going to make you feel like, the kind of images that it's going to limn or evoke in your mind, but they are also trying to shy away from note breakdowns and lengthy lists of notes that will influence your perception of the fragrance, sometimes in a negative way, although they do guide you through the development of the scent. So they do a little bit of that, and that's one thing that I really like about this brand. So before I get into talking a little bit more about this brand and a couple of the fragrances that I requested, I want to ask my subscribers, and not my subscribers, but the viewers at home, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This way, when I do release new content, it will get delivered straight to your feed. You never need to worry about missing any content or having to search anything up. So let's go ahead and get into it. So when I first opened it up, I saw on the back that it says prepared just for Steven. So right away, I know there's a little bit of personalization going on, and that's always a plus in my book. So you open it up, and there's this sleek little box that you pull out, and it unfolds as such, and it has a couple of illustrations on the fragrances that I requested. So the lady who got in contact with me said, Steven, which two fragrances would you like to sample? So I picked a fragrance called Hepcat and another called Olmsted and Vaux. And these are the associated pictures, which I think is really cool. So you look at this and it has a very sort of like workshop-y industrial feel. And then you look at the second one and it has more of kind of like a Mediterranean vacation feel. Now, I don't know if that's what they're going to smell like, but the fact that this is imprinted in my mind before I smell it really helps to guide or direct the fragrance and how it actually unfolds on my skin and how I perceive the way that it unfolds on my skin. Now, there's also a little flip book inside, and it says, before you indulge, you flip it open and it says, scent takes time to unfold. Try one on, let it breathe, give it time to evolve, and remember, all that matters is what you like. I love this brand because they're very familiar with consumers and how we interpret fragrances and what we like, especially if we're shopping in a store and we get approached by a sales associate. Sometimes we like to just experience a setup for ourselves because it's a very personal thing. It's a very sort of carnal, innate, personal thing. We want to experience the scent. We want to enjoy it. We don't want anybody shoving anything down our metaphorical throats. But so let's go ahead and check it out. This is the first one. Now, I've already tried this on, so this is not a true first impression, and I do apologize for that. The reason for that is because there is a little guide on the back of the card that tells you what the scent is going to smell like as it progresses. So I don't know if you can tell, but it says 5 minutes of wear, and after 2 sprays on each wrist, note the woody oud and vetiver punctuated by a dash of saffron, and then it tells you what it's going to smell like 2 hours into the fragrance and then 8 hours into the fragrance. So I have been actually wearing this one for a couple of hours now. I'm not quite at the 8-hour mark just yet, but I wanted to shoot this video. So when it opens up, you are going to get a lot of those spicy elements, and there's an oud note in here, but it's not too fecal or animalistic. It's not heavy hitting and bold and pungent. There's more of an emphasis on the note of leather, which, as this shows or illustrates, I did not get right away. So it's really quite accurate in terms of guiding you on how the fragrance is going to unfold. It's a really nice, spicy, saffron, sort of Mediterranean, rustic scent. And when I look at the image, I can definitely see that, like the wood shavings and maybe the lumber, and there's an industrial feel, and maybe you're in a workshop or something like that, and you have the sawdust, and it doesn't smell like sawdust per se, but that's the vibe that it evokes. So that's what I really like about this brand. What a wonderful, wonderful scent. And as it starts to dry down, it says the fragrance will continue to impress with caramel smoothness and the cozy familiarity of an old record. So maybe you are going to get some vinyl nuances in there, which I'm really excited. And that's one of the reasons why I chose to have this be one of the fragrances that I sample, because I am a fan of vinyl. I kind of collect vinyl. At least the bands that I'm really into, and I just thought, man, this is going to be a very sort of nostalgic scent for me. And so far, it is a winner in my book. This one, again, is called Hepcat. And then the second one that I chose to try is PHLUR, by PHLUR, is called Olmsted and Vaux. And here is the associated image, and it's rather accurate. It's really accurate. It says 5 minutes of wear, a spray on each wrist and one on your collarbone will emit a bright and clean confidence, and I certainly get a lot of citrus in there. What I think is bergamot. And you know what? I'm going to reapply it. There might be a floral nuance in here as well. It said 1 hour of wear, and it's going to dress down with energizing citrus, shiso, and a trace of ginger. And shiso is this culinary ingredient that's used in a lot of Asian cuisine, and it's kind of related to the mint and basil family. It's used in another fragrance that I know and love and I own, and it's called Feed de Dieu by Etat Libre d'Orange, and it's not used in as high of a concentration in this fragrance, but it's so bright and energizing and refreshing and beautiful. Such a pick-me-up sort of scent, you know? Man, it's these fragrances where I kind of get upset when I discover them a little bit later on down the line, because I shoot my top 20 or my top 10 summer niche list, and I'm like, man, retro, I would have totally put it in that list. So I'm kind of bummed out that I'm just now discovering the scent. Especially since I'm going on a cruise in a week, I would have loved to bring this scent with me. I'm definitely going to bring this with me, but I would love to have a full bottle of this. Anyway, I love, love, love this scent. Definitely a staple for the summer and one of the best citruses that I've smelled. 6 hours of wear, the scent maintains its character, but only for those lucky enough to get close. So at least they're pretty transparent in saying that, that it does become a skin scent after 6 hours. I've been to some stores, not to drop any names, but I've been to some stores where the sales rep will try to pitch a fragrance to me and say, oh yeah, this one will last 3 days on your skin. And then I'll put it on and it lasts like 4 hours. And it's like, what were you talking about? So it could be olfactory anosmia, it could be just insincerity on their part, but nonetheless, I love this brand. They have so many offerings online. I kind of wish I could try them all because I think they have a lot of character and a lot of great things to offer. I'll tell you what, guys, I am going to invest in a bottle of this, and when I do get that bottle, I will make sure to do a full review and hopefully with an accompanying giveaway. So guys, thank you so much for watching my channel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Thank you for always staying tuned and just supporting what I do. It means the world to me. Remember, I smell well, so you can smell good, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care, everyone.